Good morning, Kitchen Witches. Today is Saturday, July 11th, and this is your tarot and menu planning inspiration for the day. I'm Chef Lisa, editor and chief of A Chef's Grimoire magazine. And we're going to pick a card, and that's going to be all we need to know for our Saturday. Let's give a good shuffle. Let's see what we've got. One more shuffle. Saturday the 11th. Ready? All right, we have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, right? Yesterday we had death. We got it done. Now we have the Knight of Wands. We're ready to move on, right? Wands are fire, energy. It's maybe we really had productive day yesterday, checking off all of the things on our to-do list. And today we woke up completely motivated because we got all that great stuff done, and now we're ready to play, right? We're ready to move to something that we're passionate about because we got all the drudgery off of us. That's great, right? So that's what this card is all about. Wands, in the minor arcana, there's a family that rules them, right? As all the court cards are 4 families, all consisting of a page, a knight, a queen, and a king. And there's 4 families because they each rule over that particular suit. So the suit of Wands is about passion, fire, creativity, yeah? The suit of Cups is all about emotions, right? And holding emotions, using emotions, coming to terms with your emotions. And the swords are air, so they're all thoughts. And how we think and what we think and how we use our thoughts to turn them into manifestations with the wands. Pentacles are all about tangibility, things we can touch, things we can hold, things we can feel, collect, things that we covet. And again, passions bring the pentacles to where they are because most of us have pentacles that we covet or hold close to us, right? We have sentimental value about it. So there comes the cups energy. So it's not really just, these families rule very strongly with the one element, but the one element is also connected by a golden thread to all the other elements. And that's what makes us human, is that we don't just walk around like Dr. Spock from Star Trek, right? Just being completely logical. That's very much swords energy. That would be like the King of Swords, right? Very logical. But at the same time, you have to have a little compassion. You have to have the emotions, right? The compassion. You have to have passion for whatever you're doing. So really, it's a blend. But these 4 families are very strongly connected to that one element. So when we're talking about the Knight of Swords, or the Knight of Wands, this is a he charges first, then thinks about consequences later. And when I was learning the court cards, I would go out about my day and I would look at people and I would say, ooh, that person has the Queen of Cups energy, right? Maybe they are very nurturing with their children. That's huge, Queen of Cups, right? Or maybe, they are like this, right? They're fiery, and then they pull back and they're like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I shouldn't have done that, right? That's Knight of Wands energy. You just go for it, and consequences are later. So in today, when you're pulling this card into your day, you're going to think about things that fire you up, right? What makes you get out of bed in the morning? That's Wands energy, right? I mean, it could be something that's weighing heavy on your mind, but when you get up and you're all perky and ready for the day, that's Wands energy. So what in today, it's Saturday, maybe you're gonna go rafting down the river. That totally is Wands energy, right? It's fun, it's the river rapids. You ride them, you're not thinking about what's at the other end. Hopefully it's something that is good and not a waterfall. And you just ride those rapids, and wherever you go, and you think about what you're going to do after the rapids are done later. But you're having a good time while it's happening. That's all Wands energy. Or maybe you're creating something fantastic today. Maybe you're working on a project that you can't work on during the week because you have to put it aside when you're doing things that make you, financially stable. And you have to do your passionate thing that maybe doesn't make any money at this point in time on the weekends or on your time off. But it brings passion and fire to your heart. So it's wonderful, right? That's great energy to have. Just make sure that whenever you use it, you're not going to regret using it later. Like lashing out or road rage or things like that, because that all falls into Wands energy as well, right? We don't want any of that. We want it all to be, anything you do needs to be positive, not just for you, but for all those around you and all that energy is going to touch, right? So let's bring our night into the kitchen because they love to cook. They love fiery foods, right? They love to light up the grill and see the flames. They have fire in their heart, so they really want to get things heated up in the kitchen. So I'm thinking for breakfast, wait, let me get it up here. Eek. Okay, I'm thinking for breakfast we should do kimchi egg wrap. And we're going to use a sriracha aioli on top. So get a tortilla or a wrap of some kind. Get your kimchi, get your eggs, mix them up in a bowl, fry them quickly, add them to the tortilla. If you want, you can add a little cheese, but the eggs and the kimchi, fine, just as is. Maybe you want to add a cooling herb. You can add, I have lemon thyme outside, that would be delicious. Every once in a while you get a bite of that. Or basil. Nice fresh herbs to bring it into more of a summery feeling, right? And then you put it into the wrap. You can sear the wrap on both sides so it's more like a burrito that's been, pressed. And then you make yourself a sriracha aioli. So mayonnaise and sriracha. Mix it up in a little container. Put it in a squeeze bottle if you really want to. And just go right over your beautiful concoction of egg and kimchi. Lovely breakfast. Fiery. And it'll get you going. Right. So we're going to move on to lunch. And I'm thinking we can do an Asian dish of like rice noodles. You can do a stir fry if you want to with proteins, right? Maybe if you have some shrimp laying around in the freezer, pull it out for just, a couple shrimp in there. Steak from last night, chicken from last night, pork from last night, whatever you have laying around in the fridge, it's going into this noodle stir fry. And that again, you can put some chili crisp on. There you go, right? And use the chili crisp oil to saute the noodles and the beef or meat of any kind or not. Vegetables, great. Just chop them up, throw them in, right? It's a stir fry. So, but the chili crisp oil is really gonna make it. Maybe just a little bit of either fish sauce or soy sauce to give it flavor. That's it. If you want to, you can make a peanut sauce and turn them into like cold sesame peanut noodles, right? That would be good too, if it's a hot day, which it's gonna be. So, yes. Now, for dinner, I'm thinking we could do quesadillas, which are always fun. You can do oven quesadillas, pretty darn easy. All you do is put the tortilla down, put the filling into it, fold it over, and then pop it in the oven, right? And both sides get a little browned, which is nice. Or you can do it in the pan, my preferred method, right? In a little bit of butter or oil, and get them nice and toasty, tostilla. Or quesadilla, sorry. Tostada was yesterday, I think. Yes, for death. And you're going to do a hot honey corn salad to go with it. Yeah. So quesadillas, you all know how to make them. And if you don't, you can look a recipe up online. The hot honey corn salad, just take either frozen corn, or now we're in summer and in July, do not hesitate. Get that corn on the cob, cut it off the cob, put it into a saute pan with a little butter, right? A little sea salt, and make it nice and delicious. You can char it up if you wish, or just, get it to where it's golden, right? From the dark yellow to golden. Once that's happening, then you can add a little bit of honey, right? And a little bit of hot sauce and stir it all up. And you can put in scallions to make it the salad component, right? You can put in bell pepper if you wish to give it color, alternative color from the yellow to like red and orange bell peppers with the scallion. And that's your corn salad that you're going to have on the side, right? Squeeze a little lime juice in there. Really good. Really good. Seasonal. So yeah, keep it hot, keep it interesting. And I'm sure the Knight of Wands would approve. And the Knight of Wands would also want you to nourish yourself and nourish all those around you with your kitchen magic. See you tomorrow.